Letters to the Young Women of Malolos. Today's agenda: Rizal's message to Filipino women, the responsibilities of Filipino mothers to their children, qualities mothers have to possess, and Rizal's advice to unmarried men and women. Rizal's message to Filipino women. Jose Rizal was greatly impressed by the fighting spirit that the young women of Malolos had shown. In his letter, he expressed great joy and satisfaction over the battle they had fought. In this portion of Rizal's letter, it is obvious that his ultimate desire was for women to be offered the same opportunities as those received by men in terms of education. During those days, young girls were not sent to school because of the universal notion that they would soon only be taken as wives and stay at home with the children. Rizal, however, emphasizes freedom of thought and the right for education, which must be granted for both and girls alike. Rizal believed in equality and human potential. He saw that women were being denied opportunities to develop their minds and contribute to society. While by advocating for women's education, he was fighting for a more just and progressive Philippines. Rizal wanted all Filipinos, regardless of gender, to have the chance to reach their full potential. The responsibilities of Filipino mothers to their children. Rizal stipulates a number of important points in this portion of his letter to the young women of Malolos. The central idea here, however, is that whatever a mother shows to her children is what the children will be also. If the mother is always kissing the hand of the friars in submission, then her children will grow up to be psychopaths and mindless fools, who do nothing but do as they are told, even if the very nature of the task would violate their rights individuals. Rizal believed that mothers are the first teacher of the children. Their values, attitudes, and actions shape the next generation. If mothers blindly submit to authority without question, their children will likely follow suit, creating a cycle of obedience and lack of critical thinking. He emphasized the importance of mothers instilling in their children a sense of independence, critical thought, and love for the country. These mothers have to possess. Rizal enumerates the qualities Filipino mothers have to possess. For number one, be a noble wife. Rizal believed in the importance of a strong family unit as the foundation of society. A devoted wife would contribute to a harmonious home environment which would positively impact the children and consequently the nation. For number two, rear her children in the service of the state. Here Rizal gives references to the women of Sparta who embodied this equality. Recognizing the role of mothers in shaping the future generation, Rizal emphasized the importance of instilling patriotism and a sense of duty to one's country. He saw mothers as the primary educators of young minds and believed they could cultivate a generation of responsible and committed citizens. Or number three, set standards of behavior for men around her. Rizal understood the influential role of women in the society. By advocating for mothers to set high moral standards, he aimed to elevate the overall moral fiber of the nation. He believed that mothers could inspire and guide their families and communities towards a more ethical and upright life. Rizal's advice to unmarried men and women. Jose Rizal points out to unmarried women that they should not be easily taken by appearance and looks, because this can be very deceiving. Instead, they should take heed of man's firmness of character and lofty ideas. Rizal further adds that there are three things that a young woman must look for a man she intends to be her husband. For number one, a noble and honored name. Rizal's advice on choosing a partner was deeply rooted in his vision for a progressive and liberated Philippines. A man with a noble and honored name typically comes from a family with good values and social standing. Rizal believed that such a background would likely influence the man's character and aspirations. For number two, a manly heart. Manly heart implies courage, integrity, and determination. Rizal recognized the importance of strong leadership and resilience in overcoming challenges, especially during the colonial period. For number three, a high spirit incapable of being satisfied with engendering slaves. A man with a high spirit is one who is ambitious, forward thinking, and not content with the status quo. Rizal believed that such a man would be more likely to contribute to the nation's progress and upliftment. The Women of Malolos centers around five salient points cited in SAID 1999. For number one, Filipino mothers should teach their children love of God, country, and fellow men. Rizal believed that mothers are the first and most influential teachers of children. By instilling for God, country, and fellow humans, they would be laying the foundation for a morally upright and patriotic citizenry. For number two, Filipino mothers should be glad and honored like Spartan mothers to offer their sons in defense of their country. Spartan model was reference to the courage and sacrifice of Spartan mothers who raised their sons to be fearless warriors for the country. Rizal wanted Filipino mothers to possess the same spirit ready to support their son in the fight for freedom and independence. Number three, Filipino women should know how to protect their dignity and honor. Emphasize the importance of women upholding their dignity and honor as a reflection of the nation's values. He believed that strong and independent women would contribute to a stronger society. For number four, Filipino women should educate themselves aside from retaining their good racial values. Rizal recognized the transformative power of education. He believed that educated women would be more capable of contributing to nation building and could serve as role models for future generations. For number five, faith is not merely reciting prayers and wearing religious pictures. It is living the real Christian way with good morals and manners. Rizal was critical of superficial religiosity. He emphasized that genuine faith is expressed through good deeds and ethical behavior. He wanted women to be active participants in their faith and to live their lives according to Christian principles.